Have you ever felt this way? You want to achieve something big. You dream of success. You imagine a better life. But when it's time to act, you delay and say, tomorrow. If you've ever been ambitious but lazy, this story is for you. In a quiet town in Iowa, USA, surrounded by wide open fields and long country roads, lived a young man named Ethan Miller. Ethan was 25 years old, strong, healthy, and full of big dreams. He often told his friends, "One day I'll be the most successful farmer in this state. My land will be full of golden crops, modern machines, and people will come to me for advice." Everyone admired Ethan's ambition. But there was one problem. Ethan was lazy. When the sun rose and other farmers headed to their fields, Ethan stayed in bed scrolling on his phone. When people worked under the hot sun, Ethan sat in a cafe talking about his future. Whenever there was work to do, he always said, "I'll do it later." Ethan loved the idea of success, but he hated the daily effort that success required. One evening, his grandfather, Richard Miller, a retired but wise farmer, came to visit him. He looked at Ethan's land. The soil was rich, but the field was empty. "Ethan," his grandfather said gently, "you talk about a great future, but why is your land still empty?" Ethan smiled confidently. "Don't worry, Grandpa. I'll start tomorrow. Everything will be fine." Richard sighed. He had heard that tomorrow for years. He reached into his pocket and took out 2 small packets of seeds. "These are special seeds," he said. "The first is the ambition seed. If you plant it and care for it every day, it will grow into a tree that brings success, respect, and wealth. The second is the laziness seed. It grows fast on its own, but it spreads weeds and destroys everything around it." He handed both seeds to Ethan and said, "The future of your land and your life depends on which seed you take care of." Ethan looked at the seeds and thought, "Of course I'll choose ambition." But the next morning he felt tired. "I'll plant them tomorrow," he said. Days passed. Out of boredom, Ethan planted both seeds and then forgot about them completely. Weeks later, he finally walked out to the field and froze. The laziness seed had taken over. Thick weeds covered the land, choking the soil. The ambition seed was weak, dry, and almost dead. His dream was turning into a nightmare. When Richard returned and saw the field, he said, "This is your life, Ethan. Ambition is like a small seed. It needs daily effort and discipline. Without action, it dies. Laziness grows on its own, but it destroys your future." Ethan dropped to his knees. Tears filled his eyes as he touched the dying seed. For the first time, he understood the truth. Dreams alone are not enough. Only action keeps them alive. That night, Ethan couldn't sleep. He thought about his wasted time, empty promises, and missed opportunities. "If I don't change now," he whispered, "laziness will control my life forever." The next morning before sunrise, Ethan woke up. He pulled out the weeds with his bare hands. His back ached. His hands bled, but he didn't stop. He watered the ambition seed every single day. Slowly it grew. Years passed, and the seed became a strong tree that gave fruit, shade, and wealth. Ethan changed too. He was no longer lazy. He became known in the town as the man who defeated laziness and built success through discipline. Dear listener, this story isn't just about farming. It's about life. Every one of us carries 2 seeds inside, one of ambition and one of laziness. Ambition grows only when you feed it daily with effort and action. Laziness grows on its own, but it kills your dreams. So don't wait for tomorrow. Start today. Water your ambition. Pull out the weeds of laziness. Because the longer you wait, the more your dreams will fade away.